Coffee with the Coach, live at Tim Hortons with head coach and general manager Kevin Hasselberg. And a pretty good weekend. It was a fun weekend to watch some hockey this weekend. We'll start off in Olds on Saturday, a playoff preview against the Olds Grizzlys. You got to give some of your veterans some time off and got some affiliate players an opportunity to show what they could do, and what a great game.
Yeah, it had some highs and lows. The first period, obviously we came out of that period behind, but didn't play poorly. We had some scoring chances, and they capitalized on a couple of our mistakes. And come second and third period, I think we scored 4 in each period, and the guys really took off from there. So the most gratifying thing in that night was the contributions from our first-year players. Not even one of our affiliates scored his first goal, which was outstanding, and but we had a lot of contributions from first-year guys that we've been challenging and pushing, and we believe in them. We know there's the ability to score and control play and look like a seasoned veteran player that's played 150 games in this league out there, but maybe the self-belief wasn't there. Certainly this weekend, that self-belief should have been received, and these kids should be feeling really good about themselves going into this week's games.
Well, and that's exactly what I thought, too, the confidence level, because you saw that second-level scoring from guys that really haven't shown up on the score sheet, but they look like seasoned veterans out there, and it bodes well going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Grayson in 2 games here this weekend had 4 goals and just had a nice touch around the net, scored some really nice goals, a deflection against Okotoks. He had a nice power play goal where I don't think there was an inch to spare in the goal he scored there. And more importantly, his shoulders got broader. He came to the bench with smiling and talkative, and that's the signs of a confident player. And if anything, we're going to take out of this last weekend, it's the growth of that confidence in our guys. And the same could be said for Luke Fenning, scored a really nice goal. Nick DeBurs was skating hard, going to the net relentlessly, and he looked like he found another level. And obviously Casey Heemstra, I think over the last 5 games here, has been playing his style, really relentless on pucks and getting to nets and finishing all his checks and creating scoring chances. So, all the first-year players have stepped up here in the last week, and that was kind of our mission here to conclude the regular season. And we got one more test now to fine-tune things.
So we had the Okotoks Oilers here on Sunday, and Dragons had a great first period. Lots of good opportunities, lots of good shots. Okotoks had a good second period. There's no doubt about that. And I think it was a kind of a wash in the third period almost. How did you guys see the game from the bench?
Yeah, we were a product of our own enemy, and what I mean by that, and it reverts back to the Olds game. This time of year, you never want to give goals away, and I felt that in both games there was 2 goals that we really just gave to them, handed them a gift kind of thing, and we want to eliminate that. So it's been one of the areas that we've been addressing, and we've seen it happen twice here in the last weekend. But full credit, I think we found another level in our game against Okotoks in that first period, and how exciting was it to see those guys just one after the other, shift after shift. It was contributions from all 18 players. The goaltender was making saves when he needed to, and it just felt good. Problem was the puck never went in the net for them. We faced one little bit of adversity in the form of maybe a disorganized, it didn't look comfortable or confident in our power play. And then the tides changed and the momentum shifted, and we never got that momentum back, I don't feel, the rest of that hockey game. So, that's the mental side of the game, and we've seen it in full effect in the Okotoks game. And I think it was a valuable lesson to learn at this point. It was humbling, and I think we have to win humbly and we have to lose humbly. And again, it's all about the lessons that you take here moving into playoffs.
So we have 1 game left, and it's against a foe that we love to play. We really do enjoy playing these guys. We head to Brooks on Wednesday. Again, another measuring stick for the Drumheller Dragons. That being said, though, what roster's going to be out for the Brooks Bandits because they're getting ready to have a little bit of a break. But I still think it's still an important game for both those teams.
Yeah, that's why we take these extra couple days between to really digest what will be important moving forward. We haven't set our roster yet. We have no idea what it's going to look like. We can go one of two directions and approach it the same way we did against the Grizzlies and give some guys a night off and rest them, or we can dress our roster. It's something we have to discuss as a staff. I see benefits in both, but at the end of the day, I think the meaningless aspect from a standings perspective in that particular hockey game may sway the performances of our team and of Brooks, but you referred to it. It's that rivalry. It's that competitive hatred among hockey teams that will always spur things on, and you've seen it in the Spruce Grove Whitecourt game. Very much likely opponents in the playoffs where things got a little out of hand and there were some suspensions and fines served. We can't afford to get into that kind of game with the Bandits at this stage, and ultimately our focus is on the Olds Grizzlys, but certainly we've got them in our rearview mirror, and we're going to pay attention closely to what they're doing, and obviously they're going to do the same with us.
Looking ahead, we get being third place, home ice advantage in the first round, and we face off against the Olds Grizzlies. Taking advantage of that home ice. Dragons have done very well at home this season, and the crowds have been fantastic. Last night, 1,081 that were in the Memorial Arena. How excited are the guys getting ready for this first series against the Olds Grizzlies?
Yeah, it's been a frustrating 2 weeks, and not because of the success we're having, and the guys are having a lot of fun. I think just everybody wants the playoffs to be here. We feel ready. We feel confident. It's like it's been a month of practices that were relevant but irrelevant, in a sense that we were just doing a lot of repetitive stuff, trying to fine-tune things and master some of our tactical situations. But I know our guys are hungry. They're biting at the bit here to get going, and they should be. They're a confident group right now. They're believing, and bring it on. It's been a long year, but it's also been a real short year. I know that's weird to say that. It just seems like yesterday we just picked our hockey team, and here we are already done 59 or 57 hockey games, closing in on 58, and playoffs are starting. So let's get excited, but let's enjoy each moment and enjoy each day. So today we're just going to enjoy each other and obviously have a really good goalie session, enjoy a nice rest, and get back to work tomorrow in preparation for Brooks.
And our final one is talk about our hockey day that we had here the other day at the Midland Rink Outdoors. It was just one of those great community events I found. It's just great to see the kids involved, the players involved, and just a perfect day for a hockey day in Drum.
Yeah, you got to thank Mother Nature as well. She showed up in full forces and changed the weather from minus 15 to basically moderate zero by the time we got going with that event. And kudos to you guys for putting that together and I guess flipping the itinerary from past to present, and it felt old-fashioned. It felt real, pure, where the grassroots of the game came from. You've seen the smiles on everybody's faces. Our players had a great time. Bex had an amazing time until she had to sharpen all the skates afterwards. But, it just had a great feel to it. And I think it's almost unfortunate that it happens only once a year. It feels like one of those things that I know when, back in the day, here I am dating myself again, like those events happened every day. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where players really developed under their game from a mental perspective to just love what they're doing, because there's no whistles, there's no structure. It's just get on the ice and have fun. No rules, no age limits, just get at it. And the kids that were fortunate to come out there and be a part of it, and obviously our kids playing like kids, it was great to be a spectator that night or that afternoon and just sit back and enjoy the emotions and the laughter and the fun that all experienced on that night. And thanks to the sponsors for bringing the fire pit, kept our feet warm. Yeah. We still got players that haven't figured out what socks are, so I know they were enjoying the good foot warming apparatus that was available to us. But just thank you to everyone. It was a great day.
Awesome. Well, thanks to the Dragons as well for participating, because that's what makes it as well, because the kids all look up to these players, and to have a chance to just play regular hockey with them on the ice. I think that's so big. Well, Coffee with the Coach will continue in the playoffs. We're just not quite sure what days it'll happen because, of course, Game 1 and Game 2 will be starting on Sunday and Monday here at the Memorial Arena. Sunday at 4 o'clock, Monday at 7. Tickets are available at drumhellerdragons.ca. And our last regular season game we'll have for you on Real Country 910. We'll have the broadcast with the Pro Plan Financial pregame show starting at 6:15. Thanks for this, Kevin.
That was all in one breath, by the way, folks. Unbelievable. Thank you, Jay.
You bet.